Hello and welcome to a special edition of Late Night Rays franchise. Luis Morales is going to be pitching against an old friend, Edward Cabrera. As you might see that the scores were a little bit different. I was going ahead and editing to see what differences it would do if we changed up some pitchers. I'm sorry, let me go and take a look. If we changed up some pitchers and their pitch usages, right? Not actually changing any of their physical overall or their actual stats. It all physically has to do with their stuff, right? So I wanted somebody like Caminetti, right? His sweeper and changeup were his second lowest pitch usages, right? He threw his slider a lot as his number 2 pitch. His curveball was his 3, his changeup was the 4, and the sweeper was his 5th pitch, despite being the second best rated. So I went ahead and kind of changed it to kind of be more Rays-like. What do the Rays do when they get somebody? As Evan Phillips has returned from injury and got shelled, it looks like, in his first appearance back. Yeah. So not great for him. But we're trying to be a little more Raysy, as I didn't do the same thing with Nolan McLean because that sinker has just been getting destroyed. So I swapped the fastball and the sinker usage, and he's been better of late. So that's good to see, right? This is like the most Raysy thing ever. I'm leaving Ryan Pepio alone, right? Everything in my heart says we need to double down on slider curveball, right? And Ken Wilson is also somebody I'll look at and it's like, oh, he should be throwing the slider. I don't know, probably 40% of the time if it's going to be his best pitch like that. But I will leave it as that, right? There's nothing crazy that I really want to change. As we look at this lineup, and it's filled with guys who are going to be at the All-Star game. Jackie Zachary probably won't be an All-Star, but he's an All-Star in our hearts, man. Junior Caminero, who did miss some time. About how many games did he miss? Did Zachary also get hurt? Okay, so Junior's missed about 15 or so games, and he's at 17 homers. Jonathan Randa has 15. For James is probably going to be the starting catchers. Look at how much he is progressing in these power numbers. This is ridiculous. He's 20 years old and is already a 90 overall. Brent Rooker should be an all-star. The power numbers are actually fairly good despite it regressing, right? And we still have one more year of him. Carson Williams, this is the season we thought we were going to get out of him last year, right? It's been a pair of kind of down seasons after what was a very, very strong rookie campaign. Had a very, very bad season in minimum games, and this year he is having a tremendous season. He's walking again. The strikeouts are down. He has been incredible for us. Trey Morgan is just Mr. Consistent. This is just what Trey does, right? And then Denzel Clark is still out here manning center field. He's probably going to man center field for a while, if I had to guess. As looking around on this team, Denzel Clark probably ends up being an everyday center fielder until Chandler Simpson comes back, and he's expected to be back in about 15 days. So that's great news for us. We're going to sim this game. Actually, I lied. We're going to hop in, as we are down 1 run right now in the top of the 9th inning. We have 3 more hits than them, but we trail by 1. It's going to be Carson Williams, the young shortstop, hitting 300 on the year now. This is the true breakout season we thought we were going to get. As that shot high in the air, deep out to center. He just hit it too high into the air. As that's out number 1. Carson Williams with a hard fly out. And up comes Trey Morgan. He's singled and scored on the day. As Randy is at first. Big swing and a miss. We're going to have to start prepping for the trade deadline as the draft is just a day away. I got 2 challenges. I might as well try and use them in hope. Yeah, that was dotted. It was worth a chance. Maybe we got a glitch in the game. Because that was a dotted pitch I wanted absolutely nothing to do with. The 0-2 pitch is going to be served over third base. That's a big base hit for Trey Morgan. As the throw's going to get away. Everybody just get back. Okay, there we go. That was terrifying. Everybody is going to stay exactly where they are, except for Denzel Clark. Denzel Clark is going to hit there over my dead body. Who's catching today? Okay, so I'm fine with lineup changes. In what world does Hunter Fiducia hit 4th for us? What kind of simulation are we living in? And now we have the question. Who gets the at-bat? Is it Ford James? Oh, hold up. Is it Ford James or Jr.? It's going to be Ford James for me. Bro, come on. Thank you. There we go. It's actually finally going to let me do it. And this will bring up who's been arguably our best hitter all years. That's 95 top zone bias. You got to be careful from this sinker. 96 bias. Wow, we're just late. He's dotting that upstairs corner. This probably means breaking ball coming. Fastball off the plate away. 1-2 pitch to Ford James. Way inside. Circle change. Gotta be careful if he tries and starts that circle change down. The 2-2. Just able to spoil that slider. We were late on it, but able to get just a piece. As he's pitching for James very carefully. The 2-2. Big swing and a miss on a slider. We were ahead of it. And that's going to bring up Jackie Zachary, who is homered on the day. Average up to 274. First pitch to him is grooved. It's good timing. It's out to center field, right to the center fielder. Good timing on a grooved fastball, and that's how we're going to fly out. Is Zach Cole. Nice. Of course, we're just letting random dudes have good games. Juan Yepes homered. That's hilarious. Denzel Clark had 3 hits and we pulled him. That's kind of funny. We are in to the MLB draft. We have 2 players on our board. It's Miguel Trejo, who he's not going to make it to us, but if he falls, I'm taking that crazy mustache man. And he probably ends up becoming the third base of the future. He's 21 years old. Junior Caminero is going to be too expensive to bring back. This is Junior Caminero, but if Junior Caminero played defense and was fast. Fast. Right? This is Gold Glove Junior with plus speed. So he's probably not going to make it to us as... We'll have to see. He wants a lot of money. And then Josh Reagan. I'm seeing 99 hit against left and right and strikeout against right and 99 control and great clutch. I'm looking at all of these things and he looks like Mariano Rivera. He only wants $3 million. He's going to be at least an 80 overall off the bat. He looks like he could be Mo. We're going to start this draft. We're going to see who the Twins take at number 1. And it's Miguel. Okay, we got one guy left on our board. We're going to see pick number 2 is Patrick Rowan. We didn't really look very extensively in the outfield. We kind of got our outfield bats figured out, as this kid is going to be good. Bartolo is a good player. he has a very, very high potential. And as an older prospect, I was trying to kind of stay away from him outside of pitchers, because I kind of want some MLB-ready pitchers. But outside of that, as Sid Decker was a guy we looked at, had a very strong curveball, had great control, something we were looking at. That home runs per 9 and that stamina were something, two things I loved. Elmer Lopez, we kind of also looked at, didn't really love him. This was the number 1 player on our board. The thing is, we got a better version of that at home. And now if we take a look at some of the guys, Stephen Nishi, very, very good player. I'm glad we did scout him, because now we know he's injured. There's a couple starters I like up here, like Cesar. His control's low, and everything else kind of just looks mid. Wasn't really looking at this center fielder. He's 18 years old, 99 potential. He's not actually going to be that good. As Oscar De La Cruz, I thought about going after and getting Ellie's brother from a different mother. As a lot of the guys we like are still kind of just sitting on the board. Mind you, Josh Reagan is not expected to go early on in the first round. Our next pick is at 37, right? I don't think he gets there. I think if we want him, we have to take him at 16. And I am in love with the idea of Josh Reagan. I think he could be Mariano Rivera for us. As a lot of catchers are going early. A lot of catchers with good potential. They're just not very good players. Now, here comes the predicament. Nishi's there. We know he's not that good. A lot of the starting pitchers, actually. This makes the draft a whole lot easier. Makes it a whole lot easier. Because a lot of the starting pitchers I like are very much down the board. We're taking Josh Reagan. Josh Reagan is going to be our pick at 16. And then taking a look. Stephen Nishi's still here, man. Lee Ko I saw and liked. We just didn't scout him. To be honest, I didn't do a very good job scouting because I was too busy trying to make trades, trying to solve some problems with our pitching staff. I do remember liking this kid, however. Edgar Fernandez is a great defensive first baseman, and a lot of teams like to trade for first baseman, and we're kind of low on first base prospects. He's kind of right in that spot of where he should have been going there. This Juan Castro kid's got a lot of potential. Right, and as we take a look at some of these starting pitchers, as we get down the board, none of these guys look ecstatic, like, or make me ecstatic looking at them. As I mean, dude, this is for James if for James didn't have power. And we got plenty of catchers right now. I'm seeing a changeup that looks devastating. Pitch quality. I mean, kind of what do we necessarily... Okay. Why do I have the urge to draft Ford Powell so we have a Ford James Ford Powell combo? I'm looking for dudes that have like really, really good stuff. Models. This guy throws two of the basically same pitch. A sinker and a two-seamer are basically the same fucking thing. Like in today's game, they're used the exact same. We're going to go with the dude that's jumped 40 spots up on our board and assume that he's better than that. As Bobby Cruz, very high control, has plus on a couple pitches. We will snag him. And this was a lefty reliever that I loved because of how high his control is. And he's kind of a different kid. I'm fine going with Robbie Gonzalez, mostly because we don't have any real good, solid young lefties. Although this kid looks so good. Nope, because his fastball's so slow. Robbie Gonzalez will be the pick. And then now as we get moving on into this draft, that cutter's nasty. He doesn't really do anything else, though. Let me take a look. We got some decent filler prospects down the board that we scouted a little bit. Matt Vasquez is kind of just a speedster. Oh, there's Matt Vasquez again. Okay, so we just went in a circle. Who's our top ranked? It's Chris Fryer right now. He throws 3 different fastballs. Okay, so is this just starting version of Brusdar? He's 6'3" and from Ohio. Welcome in, boss. Like, as Matt Vasquez is probably the dude. Actually, no, this kid has such high control. We're going to take Phil Fisher. We're trying to get a lot of pitchers back into this organization, as I kind of plan on making some moves involving some of our top pitching prospects, right? So I kind of have to have the ability to trade some pitchers, right? As we'll sim that game. Trade accepted. And we've brought in a kid that was a former top prospect. Hasn't pitched in the big leagues in 3 years. Bobby Miller. Welcome to the organization. It cost us a 25-year-old center fielder who is never going to play, and a 23-year-old shortstop who can't hit and was blocked in multiple spots along the way. Bobby Miller has a pitch I really like. It's that two-seam fastball and that slider. With these kind of plus pitches, I'm going to increase the usage of his slider, and he's going to be a fastball slider guy with a occasional two-seam with a curveball and changeup. But first, most importantly, we can see that nobody on our team made the home run derby. As for the All-Star game, however, I'm willing to bet you we have plenty of representation on this team. At least we should, right? Shane McClanahan, our former ace, as Tobias Myers made the team. Do we genuinely not have any pitchers? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Joe Ryan gets to start. Seiya Suzuki. God, I wish he signed with us. I wanted him so bad, and we couldn't get him. Brent Rooker is the 3-hole man DHing. They snubbed Ford James off an all-star team. What more did you want from the guy? He leads you in RBIs and is second in homers. And 50 less at bats. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, holy snub. These guys don't know ball. Alright, so as you can see, I've changed around Bobby Miller's pitch mix a little bit. He's going to be majority slider. He still throws a lot of different fastballs, and we've decreased the curveballs and changeup's importance. Changeup is still a important pitch because you have to be able to have a good changeup against defend against lefties. I mean, it gives us another very solid pitcher at AAA. Like, you can see how many good prospects. As we did the same thing with Andre Ullman. We're going to make him throw that cutter. That cutter's his best pitch by a significant margin. We will force him to throw it. Right, Casey Hunt, I couldn't give less of a fuck about, respectfully. And then it's going to be fastball sweeping curve for Waylon Roberts when he comes back. That's kind of the ultimate plan. Reed Silva, we've maximized him to the best of our abilities. I'm not quite ready to tell him to throw away the changeup or the slider. but I'm close, right? I don't see a reason for him to have a changeup. I can see why he would want to have a slider, but when you already throw a splitter and it's a good pitch, I don't see why you need two of the same kind of pitch, right? Because the whole point is exactly like what you would think. It's just the get me out of jail pitch. As we continue to sim on through, we got signing draft picks here one more time. We're going to offer the big money to some of our top guys that we went out and drafted. Like this second closer, he wants a little bit more than what I necessarily want to give him, but we will give these guys the money it takes to get them all in to sign, right? We're not going to be piggish. As Ryan Pepio, we're going to keep active. We win that game. Good for us. Ian Seymour, way to lock down. Cam Caminetti, with his new pitch mix, gets rocked. And Grayson Rodriguez and Tanner Scott are heading to the Twins as the Blue Jays are kind of blowing it up. Yeah, Blue Jays have been bad this year. They decided to use that to their advantage and sell high on some of their players. As we've gotten all of our top guys, really outside of Bobby Cruz, who we will move to the priority number 1 spot as we continue to find out how good he is. And I need to just see how bad it got for, as he almost raised his ERA by a whole point. 8 runs in 2 1/3. Then Evan Phillips went out there and got shelled. This is why I'm trying to get relievers, man. Like relief pitching options. Yay, Jack Dreyer's dominant in 1 inning. Evan Phillips is going to get sent packing. It kind of just has to be Alexander Alberto that gets the call right now. Unless we want to give Cabell another shot. I mean, he's been so good in the minors. Evan Phillips has been a bust of a signing. We're going to designate him for assignment, and we're going to find somebody who's interested in him. As Nolan McLean gets to start against Baltimore as a strained bicep, we're going to keep Ford James active. As we'll place Pepio on the bench. Luis Morales, he's going to get that win as we finally are able to get a relief pitcher that I've liked for a while. He wasn't even in the major leagues for the Cubs right now, but he's somebody I think we can maximize a ton of. We're going to make him throw that curveball a lot. What it cost us was Waylon Roberts, right? Who kind of is going to be replaced. He's a 19-year-old C potential guy. He was one of the kind of guys now he's the Cubs' number 2 prospect. He was unranked for us, right? He was way down the board, former 4th overall pick. Wish Waylon the best, man. Waylon, good luck out there. And then Evan Phillips, a slightly better guy. I tried dumping more salary, but they wouldn't do it beforehand. So now if we take a look at the relief pitchers, like the closers, we can send back down Cabell, and Riley O'Brien will slide right in. He will wear number 62 for us. And then I'll show you what I've been doing in terms of, right, the slider needs to be deprioritized, right? We're going to throw the slider 10% of the time. We're going to raise that curveball, right? And we're going to try and make him throw it like a majority of the time. Actually, I might make it just slightly more than the sinker, right? And then you can see what this does for him, right? Where now he's throwing his best pitch, a fast or a curveball with his best attributes on and the best break the majority of the time. He's now curveball, sinker with a slider as an escape pitch, right? As just an extra pitch. I think that will allow O'Brien to be better. Why is Ryan Pepio? Alright, good. He didn't appear as a reliever. That's good. What a relief. Okay. And then that also gives us cushion if we need to bring Brody Hopkins into the starting rotation. That's kind of the worry with Caminetti. Caminetti's had a disastrous season this year. Like, his whip is up. You can see his FIP, he's getting destroyed. Like, his walk rate actually hasn't gone crazy up. His strikeout rate's actually gotten better this year. It's that home run rate that is skyrocketed right now. He's only had 3 quality starts and 20 outings. Mind you, he had 13 last year. Like, he's already at last year's home run total. And he's pitched 12 less games. He's basically already at the run totals. And we're nowhere near done in this season. As we can take a look at where we are. We're currently half a game back of the Twins, which is kind of scary. Right? We're technically supposed to be better than them. We're more well-rounded, I would say. As we can take a look at guys who will be free agents for us. Tony Santillan, who we acquired, has been very good for us. And then a lot of dudes. I forgot we claimed Jose Altuve. I claimed him as just a backup guy, just in case. If we had another injury, we could just call him up. So we have Jose Altuve just rotting at AAA right now, which is kind of funny. So there's that always. Actually, even completely forgot about it. As we can take a look at the trade block. Hunter Green's on the last year of his deal, man. Initiating a trade for Hunter Green. We have a closer. And we have a young second baseman to move. It would be Robbie Sable. We would be 100% buying into the middle infield of Carson Williams and Jackie Zachary for the future. I'm completely okay with that. If they come back and say this is all it takes to get Hunter Green, then hallelujah. As they're also probably going to trade Ellie. Hunter Green will be our all-in push. He's cheap. He's been great. Let's go get Ellie, please. Or let's go get Hunter Green, please. As Ken Wilson, man, has just been so good for us in the starting rotation. As we have taken the first 2 games against the Yankees, we're going to hop in and we're going to play this game against the Yankees. Play full game. We're trying to sweep the Yankees in the Trop. As we will turn quick counts back on. It's going to be Pepio getting the start, who has just been so good for us. Junior Caminero's gotten cold. Oh. 4 James is still hurt. Randy's going to jump into that 4 spot for now. Hunter Fiducia has been fine. We'll leave Hunter Fiducia because he's hot batting 6. It's actually nice that he's been hot if he's going to hit. It's nice that he's been hot if he's going to hit that high for us. As we look for the sweep, we will face Ben Rice, who we know just all too well in this series. We currently hold the 3rd wild card. We're going back and forth with the Twins, which is why we need Hunter Green. As this is way back, way back, way back. And it's off the top of the wall. I thought we had a chance to maybe make a play on that. Ben Rice is going to have a leadoff double as we deal with Ian Happ. As that fastball is by him, a strikeout. Big strikeout for Pepio. So, some would say a massive strikeout as we'll face Aaron Judge. We'll get that change up just in off the plate. Are you kidding me? That fastball was a accidental home run pitch. As this is popped a mile high in the air, Jonathan Aranda is going to be under it. Nice play, Johnny. Is Christopher Morels turning it around as an angel? Here's Willie Adames, wearing 14, 2 homers, 5 RBIs over his last couple games. The big changeup is going to be hit too short. Jackie Zachary with a bad throw. That's an error. It saved a run, as Matt Chapman has been horrific. He's hitting like Ke'Bryan Hayes. As this is going to be a little foul pop. Aranda's under it. That's out number 3. No damage done. We'll take that as we face the Yankees. In real life, young ace Cam Schlittler. I'm assuming Schlittler is somebody who hasn't been quote-unquote maximized, right, by the Yankees. And if I start using a term like maximized, all it quite literally means is, I mean, to an extent, yes, I think he probably, I mean, that pitch mix is fine. He throws 2 different types of fastballs, so, like, it's kind of goofy, which, I mean, is who he is, in a way. He's like 90% fastball, which is kind of ridiculous. Although it's like different types of fastball, right? As you can see, fastball, cutter, sinker, and I think he throws like a breaking ball like once on Blue Moon. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Almost got him on the knee. That one would have stung. As the Yankees currently hold the first wild card, them and the Orioles have been going band for band all year. The 2-2 pitch, frozen, 100 miles an hour on the outside corner for the knees. What an insane pitch as Junior Caminero comes up, who's been cold since his injury. As what a take there. Trying to hit off Cam Schlittler, man, is just so hard. Like, dude, you can run it up at 102 miles an hour, and then your cutter is basically a changeup at 93. Like, it's a ridiculous pitch mix. As Jonathan Aranda on deck, 15 homers, not bad. We've kind of gotten used to seeing Aranda do this. As that smacked 102 miles an hour off the bat, right to the second baseman. And now it's a 1-2 count here to Aranda. Aranda and Randy are the current batter and the man on deck. As that sinker just on the plate. We had good timing on it, maybe a little bit early. As the 1-2 pitch is going to be a perfect ground ball just by the dive of the former Ray, Jose Caballero. And up comes Randy Arozarena, hitting .220 on the season. Ooh, I thought that cutter was going to drop more. Got fooled on basically a changeup. Is that finally the first real breaking ball we've seen today? That big looping curve. He also has the power slider. And I just was not looking for a... Ironically enough, I was not looking fastball. I should have been sitting fastball, but apparently for some reason I wasn't. So that changeup is fouled off. Cody Bellinger's just been so good in this franchise. Not on that pitch, though. Strike 3. Down you go. As it's now just about 3 a.m. on the East Coast as I'm recording this. Don't know why I got so quiet for that, but... As up comes J.C. Escara, the catcher for today. As that cutter is a beautiful pitch. We'll try and dance this changeup off the plate. Pepio. Did he offer? The umpire says no, as Cedric Mullins has turned into a force with the Reds. Which is not something the Reds are known for, finding thrown away. Actually, yes and no. Derek Dietrich, Jason Vossler for a week and a half, Brandon Drury. There's been some reclamation projects. JJ Bleday right now. Very few people know JJ Bleday. Look at his Baseball Savant page. It looks like Prime Judge. As that was a power swing on a middle sinker. And we popped it weakly foul. I was late on it. I was a little bit late on 97. Like, it was in the yellow. That still should have been gone. So we're going to foul off 97 again, man. As had fairly good timing on that. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball 101 just high. What a take. The 2-2 pitch here to Rook. There's nothing I can physically do to handle this pitch. 101 in the top upstairs corner. That's just called death. As Fiducia hits that one hard to the outfield, it's going to be caught just shy of the track. Fiducia actually giving it a ride. It's nice to see. As Carson Williams, he's been our best hitter for average, which is not something I thought we would say. Okay, I swung at that. It's late. It's late. As that's a slow roller. Good speed. Throw looked high. Ben Rice is tall enough to get to it. As both teams got one hit on the day. And the Yankees haven't been doing that hot. As here's former Ray DeLuca. Who, I mean, is having one hell of a year. Last time I checked, he was a Giant. And that one's roped. I kind of want to take a look. How good of a season is he having? Average is up significantly higher than it was before. I wish Johnny DeLuca worked out. The problem is he does too much of that. He strikes out just way too much. Like we can't get away with that. Like consecutive strikeouts, like in basically every at bat the kid ever had. At least for us. Like, wish Johnny DeLuca the best. He's actually playing fairly well for the in real life Rays. Right, so it would have been nice to keep a couple of those guys around, right? We've kept the majority of this core around, right? Which is really, really nice. Like, Pepio turning into a star. Having to let McClanahan go kind of sucked, right? I didn't want to do that, but we went out and tried to get two pitchers that we thought would be better, and I mean, trading one pitcher, right, and some scraps and bullpen arms and minor league depth to get two starting pitchers, I think was plenty worth it, as I'm not going to challenge. It was close. It was a ball. Now we'll deal with Judge, who destroys that foul. That's why you get the fastball in, ladies and gentlemen. Because if they make contact with it, it's pulled to the moon and not pulled into the stands. So that's a big curveball. Bye-bye, Judge. We've low-key... We kind of own you, Judge. Do we own Judge? I think we own Judge. As I do love a starting pitcher with a little bit of flow and them stirrups. Them classic stirrups. My sock of choice back in the day. My now sock of choice would be socking a home run off Schlittler, and I get to point and laugh. The 2-2. How did that not hit him? How did Trey Morgan tango his way out of that? It was a 2-strike at bat, dude. Wear that. That's foul. I was about to say, dude, 101 just high. There's no way I can take that. As that slugged high into the outfield, 102, good timing, top of the... Why? Why couldn't this pitch actually gone far? Good timing. Good timing on a fastball in the zone. You know what would be really funny? If Denzel Clark went yard. The fact that a dude that basically everyone says, like, man, imagine if he could hit a little bit. He's so good defensively, and he hit the second farthest home run of the year. Hey! Base hit, good speed. As that's actually botched by Belly. No reason to consider trying to take second there that early. Especially when we got such good speed. As that's going to be preventing the double play. We had good timing on that. I tried a hit and run. It was good timing on a sinker. Kind of exactly where that flyout was. In a way. It's 100. Oh my god, it's terrifying. 2-1. Hanging breaking ball. Hey, I'm glad somebody's chanting something. Go Ryan! As what a swing, Willie Adames. Remember when he said he didn't know how to hit in the Trop anymore, and then he went to the Brewers and became an all-star and decided to become a thorn in the red side that would never go away and ended our season multiple times. It felt like at one swing of the bat. I don't hate him or anything. It's like, the Reds, they're finally showing that they can conquer the demon of the Brewers. They're finally showing it. The Reds have a 7-3 lead. The bases are loaded. Fuck, home run. The fact that Jackie Zachary is third in the AL in stolen bases is kind of impressive. It probably would be Chandler Simpson if Chandler Simpson wasn't dead right now. I mean, is that bats are kind of the same way. The NL is destroying the AL in stolen bases. What's with that? 102 high. That's not a fair pitch. 102 high is we're getting the pitch count up actually on Schlittler a little bit. That's off. We will tap on that all day. So it was on the plate. It was on the plate. Two-two pitch. That was not on the plate, or was it? It was actually good swing decision. We finally are learning. The 2-2 pitch. Low. Randy struck out his last time. He's done that a lot this year. As his return has kind of been unceremonious. Man, that's 99 top corner of the zone. Even if it was called a ball, they're challenging it with ABS and it's called a strike. It was just a hair above the zone. Or a hair touching the zone, I should say. So that's 100. We're late on it. I don't know why my voice is cracking so much. I'm trying to like talk, but not talk super duper loud because it is 3:03 in the morning. Good take. I thought about it. Maybe it's because my throat's so dry because all I've had is a Mountain Dew and some chips post-work.
Ball 3.
I like money, but I also like having a chance to eat. As that slugged high in the air, that's not going to go anywhere. Good timing. It's 102, man. It's 102 hard to the plate. Hard pitch to do anything with, but what they don't tell you about when you start working at Chipotle is that, yes, you get a guaranteed break. Or technically you're supposed to. The problem is there's never a convenient time to do it. Like, they sent me on break today, and there was a line at the door. It's Brent Rooker! That's a fucking monster line shot to center field. Are you kidding me? 460 to the batter's eye. Brent Rooker. He did not miss that. That's our all-star. That's the all-star Brent Rooker. That's why we went out and got him. What a swing by the Rook. Capturing the queen, it won't be a sacrifice. It's a checkmate. Ranks second in home runs on the team. You know, yeah, that was a middle sinker. Middle sinker. Oh, Fiducia, come on. Actually, I mean, that was almost a strike. As we've given Pepio a little bit of breathing room. Go. Run, Fiducia. Run, Fiducia. One Fiducia. Run. We got ourselves a run back, man. Brent Rooker has him in the middle of story time. It's late. That home run call was horrible. I was trying to come up with something talking about lines. Came out sounding kind of crazy now that I'm like reprocessing the words in my head. My apologies. As Pepio is kind of dealing. Randy, come on. Bruh. As we deal with this scar, that's not a strike. If that's a strike, I'm prime Trout. It was that far away. No. What was that high pitch? Oh my God. Come on, Pep. Pep in that step. Come on, kid. Do you want to see a magic trick? Cut her in. Denzel Clark has it, and he has an arm. You're gone. You're toast. Ah, it two-hopped. Denzel Clark is supposed to have a better arm than that. Is now we just got to punch out DeLuca.
Ball two.
Although, we got to be careful, though, with DeLuca. Is it like, yes, we need a strikeout, but if he hits something on the ground, the run's going to score. And that's why Johnny DeLuca is no longer a Ray, because you can get him for your 10th strikeout of the day. As Pepio has pitched very well as night. We're going to bear down. This is probably Pepio's last pitch if it's a strike. It will be his 11th strikeout of the day. And that's probably the end of Pepio's day, man. He's kind of close to 100 pitches. As Curvin Castro, as he's got himself a pretty nice curve. A true 12-6. A 12-6 with some ridiculous speed differential. His fastball maxes out at 97. His curveball is at 78. 20-mile-an-hour speed difference. As we were so late on that, I think we were ready for that curveball. Counts evened up at 2 a pop. Fastball bias. 95, that's the first strikeout for Castro. As up comes Trey, who's 0 for 1. That changeup is also really slow at 82 miles an hour. He throws a lot of slow stuff. And then, of course, he's got a fastball that kind of jumps right at 95. Got to be careful with that kind of a pitch. As the 2-2 pitch popped up foul, middle cutter. And we were just a tad bit early on it. Count still 2 apiece. That pitch is going to be hit weakly up the middle. It counts as the same as if it one-hopped off the wall at 200 miles an hour. It's a base hit no matter what. So up comes Denzel. So I've really liked what Denzel Clark has done for us. Over his last 6 games, he's just... Yeah, you know the guy who can't hit? Let's make him prime Trout for just a weekend. When's Denzel Clark getting MVP votes? I would have given Leo Lopez an MVP vote a couple years ago, as that could be lined right at Bellinger. What do you know about Leo Lopez's 500 average season? Trying to remember if it was I think it was 2023, because I spent all of 2024 and 2025 complaining that we let go of him, as we were early on that 12-6. Shocker, I know. It's now 1-2 to Zachary. Looks like that curveball is specifically used for lefties, as that one's hit to the gap. That's going all the way to the wall. We're going to hold the runner up at third. Adames has a strong arm. It didn't look like it was a great throw, but we will live to fight another day, as that pitch was hung. And now here comes Junior, the 1-1 pitch. Cutter just off the plate, what a take. But Leo Lopez was a switch hitting, I think he was like 5'6", kid from Mexico. He was this like little scrappy contact guy, right? As you can imagine from his frame. 1 career home run, but he will forever be in my heart as just a scrappy dude, right? And he finally got a chance after, for some reason, they wouldn't give him opportunities. That felt like good timing on that curveball too. Just couldn't hit it. But they finally started giving him opportunities. And he got called up for 1 game in 2024. Zachary, you got to make this play, buddy.
No, he's in there, safe.
Headset. We want the headset, as I can get back to talking about Leo Lopez later. The call on the field, safe at first. He looks out. He's going to be out. We got him. Jackie Zachary doing just enough to get the out. The call on the field, out. Way to go, Jack. Oh, I thank God that the PA announcer said it, because I was about to tweak out that they just wronged me completely. As Zachary, right there, has got Judge. Judge doesn't got that speed he used to anymore. And Pepio, his 103rd pitch will be to Willy Adames. Fastball fouled back, and we're going to bear down for this slider. And if he somehow lays this off, which he doesn't, Pepio, 12 strikeouts on the day. That's officially his day done. Why did that look like Uribe? That looks like the Brewers Uribe guy that does like the gun celly and then rolls the dice. I didn't know Dominican moved like that, but apparently we got we got some people wilding. He's out there hitting the Ja Morant cellies. Rolling dice and then throwing them away. My God. See, this is why I wish he was not a Brewer, because then I wouldn't have to hate him with a passion of 1,000 Suns. Speaking of 1,000 Suns, good album. We're going to start warming up Riley O'Brien, the former Red. What a horrible one game that was. We got eliminated by the White Sox because he gave up like 7 runs in the first 2 innings. That was when that 2021 team got eliminated from the playoffs in the like final week. Which was really sad because that entire team got hurt. As that could be a base hit, no hit, too hard to center. That team, Wade Miley was hurt. Tyler Naquin got hit stick by Jose Barrero, so he was hurt. As Brent Rooker, his last time up, he hit an absolute missile to dead center field. Whatever the music Brent Rooker's listening to, What in the hell was that music? That's worse singing than you hear walking around a campus main street at midnight. As that's hit high in the air, deep out to the outfield, and it's going to be caught just shy of the wall. Oh, Cody Bellinger baited me. As Riley O'Brien's going to come in. He's already made his Rays debut, right? But this is what kind of like what the Rays do. They make you change when you get here. He's like, not a lot of people are curveball first, but I think that will help him as he continues to develop. As this sinker, Riley O'Brien's been nasty for the Cardinals on the season. Just needs to locate in the zone, especially to a dude that's hitting 170 in Matt Chapman. As now we can throw the little extra slider. And it's going to be a slow roller to his counterpart. Easy first out of the day for O'Brien. And now we'll deal with Cody. The 1-1 pitch is a sinker way low. O'Brien's got good velo on these pitches. As man, though, his sinker has a lot of bounce on it. Where he is hard to control in the zone. Like, dude, his pitches have so much variation to, like, their actual location. It's like throwing a knuckleball. He doesn't know where the pitch is going. He's just rearing back and praying. So that's a nice sinker. That's a strikeout. Riley O'Brien, his second K as a Ray. Spitting a bar out there. And now here comes the big looping breaking ball. Would have loved a strikeout there. But no matter. We will go to the little weaker slider. And that's going to be served into the outfield. Randy's going to be able to cut it off and make a strong throw to second. To keep Jose Cabanero honest. And that'll bring up the backup catcher Escara. And that was a hung breaking ball. That was a curveball. Down Court Street. Down Main Street. Down Broadway. Down Hollywood Avenue. Down the Las Vegas Strip. It was down the middle of every major suburban highway. That was such a bad pitch. And we got away with it somehow. Up comes Fiducia. As I don't even know what I'm rambling about anymore. That's ball 4. Thank you. Stop being annoying. Please stop being annoying. That's a ball. Hunter Fiducia doesn't get anything nice, man. He was playing so good as a catcher, as like the starting catcher, gets hurt, and we draft his replacement the same year. So he's going to bloop that foul towards the Yankees bullpen. You can go take out a Yankee. I don't care. As the full count off ring, Fiducia. He's going to pop it sky high. From walk to fly out. Poor Fiducia. And man, he's probably going to get non-tendered in the offseason too, because we got a couple younger catchers who I'd argue right now are better than him. As we're going to warm up one of our many stellar lefties. It's going to be Tyler Holton who warms up. And we're going to schedule him to put in the game. We also have Dreyer, who will probably be somebody who gets called up at during September, because he's also very good. He just has options. What a thread job. Carson Williams, get back to first. There we go. A base hit for Carson, man. When you're hot, you're hot. That's a 10-game hitting streak. Hitting streak up to 10 games. Good for you, Carson. And up comes Trey Morgan, who's 1 for 2. Hey, a bloop base hit's the same thing as a home run, like this pitch right here. Or a double play. Or not. Nice throw. Nice throw, Ben Rice. Nice throw. Up comes Denzel Clark. The 1-1 to Denzel. He's going to hit that weakly into the outfield to straight to Judge. We're not tagging. I'm not suicidal with my base running. I was going to make the third out at third. So they're going to bring in a new reliever. It's Mike Vassell to face Jackie Zachary, who roped a double to the opposite field his last time up. As that sinker's fouled off. That's just a dot. As it's now 1-2 to Zachary. Sinker, sweeper, fastball, curveball, and changeup. And it's that sinker that gets the strikeout. We're going to go to the 8th inning. We're only up by 1. Tyler Holton is coming into this game. And he very much has Holt it down. If Johnny DeLuca drag bunts, I'm beaming him for the rest of his career. That's what I thought. I don't know why I was threatening physical violence against Johnny DeLuca. Johnny DeLuca didn't do anything. He's just being told what to do by his manager, and I'm threatening to beam him. That's the other thing that annoyed me with Johnny DeLuca, though. He was a right-handed batter who didn't hit lefties, like, at all. Like, my guy, you kind of got to pick one of the two if you're going to be useless, as this is the tie game. High and outside fastball, and it's going to be hit 363 feet. I'd like to know how many stadiums that ball's out of. As it's now tied up. Ben Rice is really good.
No, that's a ball.
And now starting to struggle with command a little bit. We're going to try and run this fastball in. Ian Happ's going to pop it up. And we need to try and get this sinker down and away. I would so very much love a strikeout, as we're going to try and get this changeup to be the swing and miss pitch, and we cannot. As that's a slow chopper to second. Zachary will make the play. But Ryan Pepio's fantastic outing is not going to award him with a win, despite, as that's a strike, dude. Come on, Blue. The strike zone's the size of Uganda. Like, the strike zone is about the average size of a third world country, right? Like, come on. How do you miss that? Because I don't know why third world countries are getting dissed right now, but down goes Aaron Judge. He's hitting 250 on the year. I'll diss that all day long. I won't diss Ben Rice. Ben Rice is really good. I actually like Ben Rice in real life, so I'm not that mad. As we take a look at the standings, Yankees 3 games back. All of us are wild card teams. Junior 0 for 3 on the day. I would love an extra base hit here. We really went on that? Dude! That makes me annoyed. The 1-2. Way inside. Yeah, no. We can spit on that pause. But, oh my god, it's way too late for me to make pause bits. As that's shot high in the air, deep out to left field, and it's gone. An absolute moon scraper hit a 1.5 miles in the air. Junior Caminero, a 45 launch angle, but when you hit it 107 miles an hour, good things happen. We made fun of the Ben Rice homer. That one might have been an infield pop-up in half the organization's stadiums. Genuinely, what row did this get out of? It went to the second row. Hey man, when you throw a changeup down the middle of the upper part of the zone, that's kind of like what happens, buddy. Like you don't get rewarded for that kind of a pitch. As now the 2-2 to Aranda. He keeps fouling it off. Both those pitches were out of the zone. As it's going to be... Brody Hopkins doesn't have a major league save yet. We're going to warm up and schedule to put in Brody Hopkins. He's going to be the man that gets tasked to get this save. Ben Brown is going to stretch and toss just to be safe. Griffin Jacks is kind of low on stamina, so I want Brody Hopkins to get the experience. He's a younger guy. He's probably going to have to play in our bullpen during the playoffs. And he's a very good pitcher. I want him to be a key piece to the bullpen come playoff time. So I might kind of just let him. He needs to learn trial by fire. As that one shot deep to the outfield, this could be trouble. Back to the track, the wall caught. It's it with a little bit more of a respectable launch angle. 29-degree launch angle, not 45. As that's a big swing and a miss by Randy. We were way early on that power swing. We were trying to send this ball into orbit. As Randy's kind of just been a 3 true outcomes guy for us this year. Which there's nothing wrong with that approach. As yeah, that's where that sinker was. That ridiculous. 1-1. Just on the corner. Mike Vassal's getting low on energy. As that one's roped over the head of Matt Chapman right to Cody Bellinger. That's going to keep the inning alive, man. As that'll bring up Hunter Fiducia, who's just having a very, very bad day. As the 1-1 pitch to Hunter is just late timing, hit straight to the second, or to the shortstop, or third baseman, whatever it is. Brody Hopkins, it's time. Let's go get that save, buddy. Let's go get that save. Apparently my two favorite teams are playing off against each other. Reds and Mariners. You probably don't normally get to see it, but I got a Mariners hat hanging up. I interviewed a couple guys in the Mariners organization, like staff members. As you know, that's kind of the dream. Being as we're actually tied with the Twins for a wild card spot. So I would kind of love it as that's hit hard. Randy's got it at the wall. Willie Adames gave it a ride, hit it just about a foot too short. And we'll now deal with Matt Chapman as we'll dance his little cutter up there. Big swing and a miss, onside cutter. And the sweeper's the second best pitch for Brody Hopkins. The data shows throwing your best pitches, right? Believe it or not, throwing your best pitch gets the best results. That's also why I have the cutter, though, third. So it's a out pitch against lefties. The CPU kind of knows how to pitch, right? And the idea is that a cutter is used against lefties. As Brody Hopkins, congratulations. That's your first Major League save, kid. Congrats, Brody. As, man, Ryan Pepio was insane. Thank you, Junior Caminero, for going yard to give us the lead back. Pack Watch Yankees, y'all suck. And, yeah, for James, we'll place him on the bench. Trades rejected. I'm assuming the asking price for Hunter Green's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, Robbie Sable, we haven't really taken a look at a lot of prospects. What are you doing down here? A 373 on base. Robbie Sable might go to the untouchables list. Like, genuinely. As we only have our 6th round pick left to sign. And I'm like, Ken Wilson is still on my untouchables list, right? Mostly because nobody can touch him. Bobby Miller, we've kind of changed things around with. Joseph Leach would be somebody I'd be fine with trading. I will not trade Ullman. You can point a gun to my head. I won't trade Ullman. Right? If I was to go out and, like, let's take a look around the league, starting pitchers that are on the trade block. Jack Flaherty is not a reclamation project that I plan to invest in. Christian Javier could be solid, but I'm not paying the rest of that contract. Like, you got me, like, effing up if you think I'm paying for that contract. Like, I'll throw Joseph Leach in. Domingo, who actually is getting worse. Attribute-wise. Which I will say, how in the hell? He's crushing the baseball. What's their catcher position look like? Okay, so here's what I don't like. Alfredo Duno is built like a pumpkin. He's not fast. Alfredo Duno cannot defend. Why does he have no hitting stats, but he's like a god defensive player? That doesn't make any sense to me. As I'm willing to offer this for Hunter Green. I really want Hunter Green. If you can't tell. As Caminetti, we get the win. They keep telling us no. I'm not going to take no for an answer, damn it. I'm not going away. Caminetti's bad again. Do I have to do it all? Do I need to find a different starting pitcher? Like, let me take a look at the trade block. Starting pitchers, Fromber. I guess to initiate this trade. But that's in division. That wouldn't happen. Same thing with Dylan Cease. All the top pitchers that I'd want to go out and get are in division. I can't make that trade. Like, realistically. Like, what am I going to do? Go back and get AJ Smith-Shawver so he can be horrible? Like, no, I'm not wasting my time with that. Like, do I want to go revive Jose Barrito's career? He's just been a reliever. So, I mean, technically, he should have plenty of... Like, I could go and get Liberatore. That probably is not expensive. I would have to completely resurrect his career. That's why we need to actually get Hunter Green, because I can't get these other guys, and I'm not paying the contract to Jack Flaherty to make a trade. I mean, I can take a look at other teams that are selling and take a look at starting pitchers like Hayden Birdsong. Are we genuinely going to be interested in that? He's been freaking terrible. Other teams that are selling. Andre Palante. Kind of has been interesting. And they want catcher. Well, if I got good news for you. And Cam Smith is having a tremendous year as a bench player. Cam Smith's value is never going to be higher. Ever. I'll think about trading him. We'll see. The first officer is going to be Slater DeBron, who, I mean, it's going to be a generational defensive player. We have Brent Rooker. We also have now Denzel Clark and Chandler Simpson, who actually supposed to be back, and they both have control. Exact same amount of control, actually. So there's that. Like, if we want to try and make that trade, as he's eligible, we're going to keep him on the 60. Andre Palante's in, man. We're going to make him no longer throw that slider, basically, and he's going to be sinker and 12-6. That's what we're going to do with Palante. Guillermo, very interesting player. He's 22 years old. He's not going to be ready. Slater DeBron doesn't have a place to play. It's as simple as that. And Cam Caminetti is going to go to AAA. That's just how it's going to shake. Joe Rock can go wherever bad rocks go, right? he can kind of go. Andre Palante. Is he a free agent at the end of the year? Dang. So we went out and got our starter, Luis Morales. As I will sim this, the Red Sox are going to actually end up beating us. So we failed to split the series. And we're going to place Chandler Simpson on the bench. And now here's where the trouble becomes, is who gets sent down. Obviously not one of the catchers. Trey Morgan's crushing it. Leo Rivas has been so good. I mean, the obvious name would be Randy. Do we send down either Chandler or Denzel? I don't think I want to, and I think it ends up coming down to... like, what do I do with Cam Smith? I'm going to send Cam Smith down to AAA. He doesn't deserve it. I'm going to put him on the trade block, and we're going to try and help him find a home. Right? I'll help facilitate a trade for him. As we take a look at this lineup now, Chandler Simpson's going to slot back in against lefties. And Randy Arozarena has struggled mightily of late. He's getting paid a lot of money. Where's his splits? Not really hitting crazy well. He's going to get a couple weeks off, I think. As Chandler Simpson and Denzel Clark, we're going to have two speed guys at the bottom of this order. Chandler Simpson is actually going to play left for us and bat low in the order. This is going to be the lineup that we go out there and rock. As I just realized Hunter Fiducia's still getting like actual real at-bats, which is kind of funny. I didn't even realize that, or mean for him to have that kind of at-bats. But for James, back into the lineup as an everyday player. In fact, he hasn't even figured out getting on base yet, and he's just crushing. As it's time to kind of just sign this last guy. We got money to do it. As who do you think you are, buddy? As the pitching rotation, it's going to be Ken Wilson and Ryan Pepio, Andre Palante, Nolan McLean, and Luis Morales. Right, and then we also have options outside of that. So we can sim that. Junior Caminero, we just destroyed the Rays. Or the Rangers. As there's plenty of offers for this kid. Edmundo Sosa, TJ Friedel. If they offer me prospects, Felix Reyes. I mean, technically is a prospect. I love me Emerson Hancock. Just no. I don't want Ryan Velade back. Clark Schmidt. Does he have control? No, he's a free agent. That's another lefty. Does Sam Hengens have control? No, it's just a bunch of free agents. And then Devin Williams or Tyler Tolbert. I'm going to hold off for now. We'll sim. And all the trades were withdrawn. There were a couple fairly decent trades. It's the last day to sign this draft pick. Fine, dude. I will give you $800,000 and you told me no? Okay. Good luck, buddy. Like, what exactly do you think's going to happen now? Why is Ford James... Has Ford James just been chilling on the bench and I thought I subbed him out like twice. Oh wait, no, he got hurt a second time. I forgot. So maybe I did already fix that. As we're going to bump Nolan McLean up a day. Nolan McLean pitches a fairly great outing. Six innings, 1 run, Riley O'Brien gets a hold, walked 3 guys, kind of scary. Gabe Spires got out of it. Griffin Jacks nails down the save. Right, as we win big, 6-1. Carson Williams, man, just keeps crushing the baseball. Same thing with Trey Morgan. For James up to 67 RBIs. Nice. And we can now take a look at our draft picks. Josh Reagan's already one of our best relievers. He's going to be one of our best relievers. He's going to be slider, fastball, and an occasional changeup. Edgar is a good prospect, not a great prospect. Same thing with a lot of these pitchers. This class isn't admittedly insanely great, but we got the kid that I wanted so desperately. We got the kid that has insane control. We know he's going to simulate well. Like, what is necessarily the risk? I don't see any risk with him. As we can take a look at some pending guys. I mean, dude, Luke Rayleigh's out here. If Luke Rayleigh's just going to kind of sit around, I'm going to claim him as he's on his 2nd team of the year. The A's let him go. He was really, really good for us in the first year. The second year, he only got 14 games before we kind of had to just let him go. And he's going to platoon. I think we're going to give is who's hitting against lefties better. Well, we kind of already know that. So Chandler Simpson is going to be the center fielder against left-handed pitching. That's how we're going to do this. And then I guess we will put Denzel Clark into that spot. And Luke Rayleigh will come back in and be the left fielder against left-handed pitching or right-handed pitching. We'll see how all that shakes up. Maybe some other better team claims him. So we take a look. We're projected 88 wins. Wild card is still 88. We remain 8 games back. We're now 2 over on the Twins, so we're going to be taking away one of their power bats. Suckers. But yeah, we've been really good in our division. We haven't been the best. Why are we so bad at playing at daytime? Look at our record. How are we 11 games under 500 during day games? Do we just not like getting away? Like, you see the Yankees are good against both, the Mariners are good against both, and we just check out. But if it's, hey, late day Ray, when there's, maybe that's why we're the Devil Rays, because once there's no more rays of sunshine, we come out and play. I don't know, that was corny as hell. I'll shut up. Yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to hop back in, and we're going to play the rest of the way till, actually, this has already been an hour and a half. This is going to be a shorter episode. I'm actually just going to end it off here. Right, kind of a filler episode. And then the next episode will be all the way to if we make the playoffs or not. So, stay tuned for that. It's now 3:45. I'm going to bed, y'all. I'm going to bed. I got work in the morning. I also got to be up at 9 o'clock. So it's going to be melatonin, YouTube, and we're currently on a solitaire grind because apparently I need to be 85 years old. So, as peek the push back here, I will look hopefully a little more presentable than next time I record. I'm currently recording right now the last episode that I just recorded. Or technically finished editing. It's the episode that will be titled something about injuries. me is quite literally the fact that everybody got hurt, as I just realized I got so far away from my microphone. Right? Here's the thing about Junior Caminero. I kind of just want to see how much he wants. He won a lot of money. He want bread, guys. He want bread. Either way, I'm going to bed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.